Whenever you're ready.
Oh my God.
Jessica! I've never been called a fox!
Dana.
That's a classy name for a Harry.
I like it classic.
Okay.
Do you?
Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica!
Dana.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Grumpy. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast. I am Dana Powell.
And I'm Jessica Young. And we are here to rant and rave.
I felt like I had to put more into it since we're trying to edit video now.
We are here to pretend that everything is fine.
Say okay.
Story.
I bet it's not. I bet people are glad they can see our faces now.
I don't know. My dad goes, "Oh, do you always wear glasses when you record?" I said, "I do." Because I can't get it together to put makeup on in the morning. So this is the accessory for my face.
Well, whatever I look like is usually indicative of what I had to do that morning. If I have my hair like this and just barely makeup on, then I didn't have a self-tape this morning at 4 a.m. If I look normal and nice and like maybe put some effort into my hair, guarantee you I was up at 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning. Okay, yay! Oh, Jessica. Jessica and I said, tomorrow we both have things to do. We cannot do an hour-long green room dump. What did I do? I get on this microphone and I go, "I'm real grumpy, Jessica. This morning."
I think it's Murphy's Law, which I've said over the last, I've said it my whole life, but in the last couple of years, I'm like, it's now my middle name. I wonder if it's like a curse. If we have to try to keep things tight or short.
Yeah.
If one of us mentions that, we're like, yep, no problem.
No
It's
problem.
a guarantee that it's a 2.5 hour long recording.
Listen. Is it my fault that I had to say this morning? Oh, you're right. I'm crazy. Everybody keeps their drill under their bed. Not my fault. I asked you for that drill 2 weeks ago and you said, "I'm not sure where it is." And I said, "I know because I've been looking for it. You stored it under our bed. Why? Nobody knows. But I'm crazy.
God.
I'm the nutso one. Everybody keeps a drill under their bed. Not in their garage that they have in the backyard or the toolbox in the closet. I'm stupid.
I think the next time somebody has an occasion to receive a gift, it can be a pegboard for the garage to hang their tools.
Their tools. My tools. That's another thing that made me mad. It's my drill. Which one of us you think fixes stuff in this house? The hillbilly or the smart guy? The hillbilly. I'm sorry. He's never going to listen to this anyway. He's never going to know I talked about him unless somebody he works with tells him.
Do you have a special ceramic or porcelain bit so that you can make holes in vessels that do not already have one?
I have a whole set for glass and ceramics.
Oh. I'm getting turned on.
Thank you. I said I was going to calm down and I do not feel calm.
You just looked like Pikachu.
Because I'm having this yellow sweatshirt.
Yes.
I bought it for my child and it was too big. And I was like, cool, I'll wear it. It could not be more tight on my boobs. It was not built for boobs. And the funny thing is, it says always chill, Jessica.
Amazing.
Oh, I disappeared. Always chill.
Welcome back to our hologram episode.
Oh my God. I feel like a complete train wreck. And that's saying a lot because everyone's been a train wreck for 2 years now. And I feel extra. Not in a cool way.
It's so crazy. I was reading something last night about how we've now gone from the world living in a pandemic for 2 years immediately when we think we're starting to come out of it.
Yeah.
Into the war with Ukraine.
Yes.
because the
It's
whole world is watching that as well.
scared on pins and
It's just
needles.
too much.
I
It's
mean, it is.
mentally too much.
It's interesting. I just burped. That's why I look like I'm crying. I just I'm so sorry. People just listening are definitely thinking we're psycho.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
no, I just feel like helpless in that situation, which we'll
Mhm.
get to. But like, you know how our parents had bomb drills and all that, the Cold
Yeah,
War and stuff. That's kind of where we're at, I
I
think.
know.
Like, I had a full-blown conversation with my dad. He's like, "You given any thought to, like, how you might need, if you had to get out of there?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, you wanna go over the plan?" I mean, honestly, we gotta find a way to get out of LA County. If something happens, we're a target,
Mhm.
and I have a kid. I can't just sit around and wait for The Walking Dead to happen.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's interesting. And then with life getting busier because we are coming out of this, knock on everything. There's no new variant that's killing people worse than before. Life is getting busier, and I cannot be the mommy who is just taking care of everyone
Mhm.
all the time anymore. There's got to be some balance and responsibility, I think, is what I'm feeling
Totes.
for whatever that's worth. Anyway,
I get it.
just grumpy. All right, let's continue with the show. How was your week?
Oh my god, it was fun. Nothing of interest. I worked like a maniac because
Mm.
I'm trying to, for the first time really ever, even though I can't fully do this, I'm trying to make the second half of my trip that I'm about to leave for be work free. Obviously, like people could reach out to me if they have a question, but other than that, I'm really trying to enjoy the moment. Since Alan and I have never been on a vacation together, yes, we go to see family, and
Right.
I'm not being rude, and this sounds so like meh, 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 but no, we've been together 16 years, and every time we take a vacation,
It's
it's to
for
see
family. The
family,
same with us, Jessica, and we've been together 24 years total.
right? I feel so awful saying that, but
No,
I'm gonna be honest. Like for once, I really would like to just be somewhere with my husband. We never even had a honeymoon, to
same.
have a few days without anyone else's agenda,
Mhm,
not there for someone else's celebration or God forbid tragedy,
mhm.
but just to check out. That is what we plan to do. Spoiler alert. There might be some pictures of hopefully manatees and whatever else I find in the
I'm
Florida
so
Keys.
jealous.
So,
You
yes.
deserve it, Jessica. Good for
Thank
you.
you. I mean, everybody does, but I've been working. I don't even know what I was saying, Dana.
You're
Oh,
a
I
mess.
do know.
Manatees.
Yes, just my nose was to the grindstone this week. I did not see anyone. I couldn't do anything. Even my friend yesterday was like, "Hey, what are you doing for dinner? I'm craving Firehouse subs," and that used to be our thing when we worked together.
Mm.
And I was like, normally I would be all over that. I was like, I can't. I'm like doing a mountain of laundry and working and doing all this stuff trying to prepare. I'm sorry, I can't even meet you for like an hour.
Mhm.
So say la vie, but I'm really hoping that the payoff is that I get to relax.
Yes, I hope so too. You are so busy. I mean, honestly, I saw you in December, right before Christmas,
Yeah. Have
and
I
that's
not
the
seen you since then?
I don't believe so.
It's really scary, but
I
I
mean, I
also
think I've run by your house for a drop off a couple of times, but and then before that, none of us were really seeing people. Like
right.
we hung out once before that, I think, on the porch. But yeah,
Mhm.
you've just been so busy. You deserve it.
Thanks, lady. Well, your
Yeah.
time will come. I'm certain of it.
Really?
Yes.
After I go around my house and figure out where the rest of my tools are hidden?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're
But
gonna put
also,
them
I'm
on
crazy
eBay.
though,
You're
right?
gonna pay for a Hawaiian vacation.
When we were in the thick of it, I do have
Mhm.
to admit, I was going, guess what, boys? In about 3 weeks, I'm just gonna go, "Hey, guys, I'm gone for the weekend, and I'm taking myself on a trip. Don't care if we
Yep.
have the money, don't care if we" Now,
Yes.
am I gonna do that? No, but I wish I had the balls.
Okay. You know, it's funny that you say that. Somebody that I grew up with, I've noticed that she just did this for the second year in a row. She took a solo-cation by choice without her husband or her kids. And one time she came out here to go to like an outdoor music festival.
Mm.
And the year prior, I think she went to New York or something for a couple of days and did what she wanted when she wanted. She's like, I ate the kind of food I wanted to eat. I went to the museums that I wanted to go to.
Yes.
If I wanted to sleep in, I slept in. If I wanted to get up at 6 and walk on the beach, that's what I did. And she
That's
said it was
nice.
incredible. And she said, I'm going to do it every year.
That's nice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It
And I
really
would
is.
also say before I left, when I come home, this house better look clean and not like I've been gone for several days.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It's
All right.
stupid.
Well,
Well,
I've
we're
spent
already fired up and
I've spent
raring to
15
go for
minutes
rants.
being crazy and angry. So here we go. Clearly, I need the rest of the show, but let's get through these rants. Before we get into that, you want to tell people how to get a hold of us?
I'm glad you asked, Dana.
Oh, thank you.
Listeners, viewers, please find us at the Rants and Raves podcast on both Instagram and Facebook. I know we always say it, but it's true. It seems like our preferred medium with our listeners. It's how they communicate with us the most, and we love it because we're both probably the most active on it, is Instagram. We also have Facebook. Keep an eye out for that. We are at Twitter at raves_the. You can send us a direct email at the rants and raves podcast at gmail.com. You can also go to the contact button on our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com.
Woohoo! Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
Why don't we just roll on into your rant? I'm fired up. I'm ready to support.
I hope that you're not upset with me because dun dun dun, another first world problem. It's a Jessica had a problem with food at a restaurant. It makes her so mad it's rant worthy.
Well, you're a foodie. It's gonna happen.
Yes. I'm going to say that I really think that you're going to be on board for this one because you don't like somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes or treat you like an idiot or a dummy, and neither do I.
No.
And that's exactly what happened here. We didn't need to, like I have always said, mistakes happen.
Sure.
And you and I were discussing this earlier. The power of an apology, at least speaking for myself and for Dana, goes a real long way. Yeah. I can forgive and move on. I can. Yeah. But I need you to genuinely look me or whoever it is in the eye and say, I'm so sorry. I do it all the time for work. Even when it has nothing to do with me, I say, I'm so sorry. I have no control over that. Or I'm so sorry for your experience. I wish that I could do something, but I'm going to pass this on to someone who can.
Right. Sure.
That's all you have to do. Show someone that you're listening and pretend to care. How about that?
Yeah.
Right?
It's just validating that you heard them, and I get it.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm always scared. Like, I don't want to harm someone. Yeah. Like, I wish we had the power to just make or break a business. No, I really don't. But I'm always like hesitant, like, should I say the business or not? Because this is a place I'm a big fan of. Do I just keep that to myself? Maybe so we don't get into trouble. I don't know. You know what? I'm paranoid about everything. So my friend and I went to a French style cafe. There's your hint. Okay. There's more than one, but there you go.
Yeah.
My friend orders a sandwich. Okay. Description of said sandwich is a caprese, right? So that's mozzarella, tomato, and basil with actually the basil is a basil pesto, which is what traditional pesto is made out of, on what they said was ciabatta, type of Italian bread, olive ciabatta. That means olive bread, that there's chopped olives in it, right?
Correct. Yes.
So that was what put it over the edge for her. We were trying to make a decision. My friend's vegetarian, so her choices were a lot more limited. And she goes, oh, you know what? I said, but that one has olive bread. She's like, oh, sold. She orders it. It comes to the table. and it's not ciabatta. There's strike one. But number two, it's like a small oblong roll that is lily white. Is that a term that you can use anymore? God help me if it
I think
isn't.
it
I
is. Yeah.
apologize.
It's a comparison to a flower. I think that's
Okay,
okay.
that's what
Yeah.
I think. I don't ever want to say something inappropriate, all these bad things that we've learned over time and
I
you
know.
never
I
knew the
know.
real meaning.
I know.
It's white bread is what it is. It's a white roll. That is fine if that's what you asked for or that's what you told you were getting. So you're probably thinking like, okay, big deal. Get to the point already. She called the waiter over and she's like, excuse me, this was supposed to be on olive bread. No apology, no nothing. The guy goes, it is. And she goes,
Where's
really?
the
And
olives?
never once got upset or rude, which I would have probably ripped his head off.
Yeah, I would have too.
She goes, really? And she picked up the roll, which now we're already at a bad place if the customer's having to do that. And she's like, I don't see any olives in this. He goes, well, it's olive bread. And she goes, okay, would you mind checking with the kitchen? I'm sorry. Could you just check and make sure? And he's like, yeah. So he rolls his eyes, gives a huff, and turns around and disappears. Gone for at least 5 minutes. Rude as shit. My food's already there. I got something hot. She's like, eat. And you know how weird that is when someone has a problem with their food too. And I'm like, oh, mine looks perfect. I'm just going to sit here and eat in front of you.
Yeah.
Waiter comes back and he goes, yeah, it's olive bread.
No, it's
And
not.
she goes, really? He goes, it's in a batch. So maybe yours had less olives than the other.
Come on, dude.
And I'm like, okay, stop it. Then I am that person that will get involved, whether someone wants it or not. I'm like, no. I said, that's not how a dough works, that it all ends up in other buns.
In the middle.
But this one has not a shred of olive.
Yeah.
So annoyed. Trying to think of the course of events with this. All I can tell you is he did that. She said, look, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'd really appreciate some olive bread. Could you please go back there and ask them if they have that? He then comes back out to the table again with another huff and a puff and drops it where the plate is like loud. Now I'm seeing red.
No.
Drops it and he goes, here you go. I said, cool. He walks away. Then she's like, and this is a friend who could get as mad as me. And I was shocked at how calm she was. I said, okay, there's been so many wrongs here. Now he just dropped a cold roll with nothing, just on the side. You take that away and you make a fresh sandwich. That's what you get to do.
At the very least, you cut it in half so she can put together the sandwich she paid for.
Oh, put it together with nothing on the bun? Because she then had to hail him down and he was ignoring her. She was like, excuse me. He would not look at her. The busser came by. She goes, excuse me, could I please have some pesto? Otherwise, it's just dry bread. Okay, I'm sorry, but most people, that's not really appealing for a sandwich.
No. Especially, I know this place and it ain't cheap.
Thank you. I was so angry. So the pièce de résistance, is that even the right word? I don't know. The denouement to this story. He never bothered to tell us that he would no longer serve our table. All of a sudden, another server was coming by to handle our requests and our refills because
he dropped you.
He would not come over to the table. Never raised her voice. Kept apologizing and saying, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be unreasonable, but I just don't see any olive. And she wasn't being sarcastic or snarky. This guy couldn't have been ruder or more uninterested. And then the second server that came by.
Busy?
No, but really, it doesn't matter. That doesn't cut it for me.
No,
I don't care. I mean, there was a lot of people there, but it's just weird. So I have really been debating about whether I want to write in. Like, I don't like making a habit of that. And I love to get really angry. And then I'm like, just let it go. It was a sandwich. But This is a place that I frequent, and she and I mean, it's not like we're there every week, but we go there
Well,
enough where
that's
it's more than other
also to
places.
drop a bun on a plate and go, there you go. Like, that's a little bit. Because also then I'm going, did you lick it before you brought it out here? Because you real hateful. You rolling your eyes right to my face, even though you get paid to
Yes.
serve me. So what
Yes.
else? Did you put this up your butthole?
Yes. That's why I'm always scared to complain at a restaurant.
Mhm.
Also, really, like, I wanted to laugh in his face when he brought it. Guess what the new bun roll, which still wasn't a ciabatta, looked like? It was flecked. The entire roll was flecked with olives because it was olive bread.
But Jessica, that came from that other portion of that dough.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. All of the olives
They're
miraculously jumped through
magnetized.
matter and space. You're right.
Yeah, they're magnetized. They all stick together. And then if you win the olive lottery, you get a piece of that bread.
Yes. And I will wrap up this rant. This is all I'm saying, which is what I said at the beginning. All he had to do was say, "I'm so sorry. Let me check on that for you."
Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
He
And then if
like,
there's really a
you don't
problem and
think
you're
that he made the sandwich, you're not going, "You dummy." The
okay,
kitchen made it. So all you gotta do, if you're gonna lie, just go, "Oh, that kitchen is a mess. Let me go fix this for you." Because then you get a tip and I feel better.
correct. And if it's out of your scope or you don't agree or you're uncomfortable with anything of what went on, which I don't know how it could be, somebody just said, "I'm sorry, this isn't the right bread." That's it.
Yeah.
Get a manager.
Yeah.
Let your manager handle that. That is part of
That's
their job.
too much for you to go get the bread that she ordered, then call your manager, dude. And if you can't handle this job today, then maybe you shouldn't be there.
Thank you.
But you know what? Most people don't have that luxury, so suck it up, put on your big boy pants, and go do your fucking job. I had to stay at work after I spilled an ice cold lemonade on a newborn baby and then busted a pin in my pocket trying to rescue the lemonade. And then a table
No.
of 12 walked out on their check on me while I cleaned up the newborn baby whose mother wanted to murder me. And I had to finish my shift. Go get the damn olive bread.
I remember
It
when
ain't that
happened to
bad,
you.
dude.
Seriously. Do I
Man.
write into them?
I mean, that was pretty rude. I
I
would say something and I would say, this isn't even a complaint against your company. This is a complaint against a specific employee.
yes. That's what I feel like I
And
want to
also,
do.
if you're going to be so rude to my face and then you don't have the balls to walk that new server over and say, "Hey, I feel like you think I'm not doing a good job. Peace be with you. This is your new server." That's what
Yes.
you do when you're a grown up.
Uh-huh. Or say, "I'm ending my shift. I'm passing my table." There's so many things you can do and get
So many
around
things. Our
things.
friend Drew Talbert just did a video on all the lies that servers tell
The
to make us
best.
feel better. It's like, lie to me then. I don't care. At least I'm
Yes.
not like Hulk smash.
Seriously.
I would be angry, but I would have lost it there. And I also would have said, I want my money back and also get me a box because I'm going to feed this to a neighborhood dog.
Oh my god. Hilarious.
Oh my God. I'm sorry about that, Jessica.
Hey, say la vie.
All right.
Pun
Well,
intended.
I don't like that place for the record. I don't go there unless I have to meet entertainment industry people like to go there for a quick lunch. I don't like it.
For a little omelet and a side of mixed greens, what everybody wants at 8 a.m. A salad.
No. Okay. We've lost our minds. This one's going to get me going again, too, because it really is one that
Ooh.
winds me up. This is from a listener. They even sent a picture, which really just was like, got me going.
Oh, yeah.
This is a rant about people who don't pick up their dog poop. So people deal with dogs differently in different parts of the country. Where I come from, they tie them to truck bumpers
Mhm.
and sticks in the middle of their yard and starve them and leave them out in the winter. Horrible. Where we come from, everybody walks their dog, right? It's
And
very
dogs are
rare.
treated better than humans in a lot of
Absolutely. It is
cases.
very rare that dogs are just left somewhere tied to a
Correct.
bumper. Like people do love their animals out here. That's something
Mhm.
I can appreciate. If you go love an animal, you have a responsibility that when you go out, you pick up poopies. Now,
Yep.
the first 2 weeks I had Lucy, did I gag every time I picked up that warm feces in the little plastic bag? Sure did. But you get used to it, and that's the price you pay when you
Uh-huh.
have a doggy.
Yes.
Okay. Like, even if she goes in the backyard, we got to go out there and pick it up because we got a kid and I run around back there, like,
Yes.
whatever.
Everybody's gonna
People.
step in it.
Yes. And that's what makes me mad. So, our friend Lenna sent this in, which I love. I'll see it. Let me see if I can. Nope, because I have my background on, but we'll post it sometime this week. It says there's a sign on a telephone pole. Do you want to start free yoga classes? Start by bending over and picking up your dog shit, known as the downward dog position, then put it in a bin. I couldn't be more supportive of that sign.
Okay.
Because everybody in LA, yoga, everybody's doing yoga or something. So like it's speaking their language.
Yep.
But there are certain my friend Kira, where she lives, there's apartments across the street. She lives in a small apartment building. There's only like 8, units or
Mhm.
whatever. And they're near the New York Academy of Film over there in
Mhm.
like Burbank, Toluca Lake area.
Right.
There are signs everywhere that say, please pick up your dog poop because it's a massive problem. They
Yes.
don't really have yards because they're apartment buildings. They have like a
Sure.
little sliver right in front and then the sidewalk grass before the road. I don't know. Everybody around there has dogs. Perfectly fine.
Mhm.
Don't care. Love to see you out walking them. I will be in their face and say hello. But my child steps in your dog poop and then smears it in my car, and
Mhm.
then I take his shoes off outside to get them hosed off, and his expensive Vans end up on the porch for a month because I get busy. And God forbid Dan Tipton do it. Sorry, just in a bad mood. And then $100 pair of shoes. I'm like, gee, these have been out on the porch for a month because you couldn't bend down and pick up your dog's poop. If it comes out of your dog's body, it's your responsibility.
Yes. People do it all the time right in front of my front door because I have
No.
the front-facing unit, and
Yes.
look, do I own the yard? No, but it's in front of my unit. None of my other neighbors come and sit in the grass in front of my thing, but all the people that don't live in my building, and we have people with dogs in my building, people come by and just sit there, and I now have taken to, I can't believe that I'm this person. If I hear someone outside, then and I peek out and I see they have a dog, I go outside and pretend like I'm going to my car. Sometimes I've been so blatant that I just stand there like this
Yeah.
to wait until they pick it up, because I've seen
Yes.
people planning to leave and then they see me and then they reach in their
I
pocket and
know.
get a bag and pull it out. I'm like, "No, you're disgusting."
Yes, and I'm sorry, but even if it's just 3 of you doing it on that little strip, it's impossible to walk without stepping in poop.
100%.
You decided to get a dog in a place where you don't have a yard. It is absolutely your responsibility to pick that up.
Yep.
Now, there's a guy on the street behind me, and he can never remember. I guess I'm not a memorable face, and neither is my dog. But every time we walk by, he's like, please don't let your dog go to the bathroom on my yard. I have grandkids. He's like, no poop and no pee. I respect that. Like, I think it's a little over the top,
Uh-huh.
but you see that I have a bag with poop in it. So my dog's not going to poop a second
Right?
or
Your
third
dog
time.
is
But
also like the size of the palm of your hand.
yeah, she's little bitty. But it's like, cool, dude. I won't
Mhm.
let her pee in your yard, because I understand if you don't have pets and you don't want that, fine. That's
Mhm.
great. That's your property. That's your prerogative. I'm
Yep.
not going to let her do that. Maybe don't yell at me every time I walk past because you've never seen us
Okay.
doing it. But it's just like, I don't understand why people wouldn't pick up their dog's poop. And
Yes.
especially when you have a dog the size of a horse. If that feces on the ground is bigger than ones that plop in your toilet, you better darn well pick it up.
Also, a thing that I don't get is that your dog is going to then possibly eat it or step in it or stand there and smell it too,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah,
Other dog stuff. So out of
always.
respect for your pet and everyone else's, have some freaking decorum and pick that shit up.
Well, and
Quite literally.
it doesn't take any time. Like you get a little doggy thing on your leash, you pull out the bag, you pick it up and you toss it in your own garbage bin
Yep.
when you get home. That's another thing. People in LA get real mad if you put your poo-poo bags in their trash, which
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I mean, okay, I won't do it. I
Trash is
probably wouldn't.
trash.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't care. It's not like I'm sleeping with my trash bin.
Okay.
It's outside. But whatever. I won't do that. I carry mine home, you know, but like
Yes.
it is my responsibility to take care of it.
Yep.
Period, point blank. Otherwise,
Totally.
don't own a pet.
Thank
And then
you.
when you see signs up, it's clear that people are taking advantage. Don't add to the problem. Just be respectful. There are signs all over her neighborhood that say, do not leave dog poop. They've even gotten the city to put up those little green things that you can put.
Yes.
Still, I mean,
So
horse-sized dogs.
that's another thing that infuriates me. So before our friend Nick moved to Denver, we used to walk along, like, I called it the river walk. It's
Mhm.
not, but like the LA
The
River in
LA River,
Burbank,
yeah.
they put up like a railing and at least tried to make it nice for people to
Mhm,
walk on.
mhm.
Now it's all cement, but people walk their dogs there and the dogs
Sure.
go to the bathroom all the time.
Yeah.
I wish I was exaggerating or embellishing. Those green bins, which are A, for animal excrement, and
Mhm.
B, had a roll of bags. You didn't even have to bring your
Your
own
own bag.
bags,
I
which
know.
is your responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm not joking, Dana. They were like every 15 to 20 steps to the point where I thought, this is overkill, in fact. How much dog shit do you think was along that walking trail?
I bet a ton. It's almost like a spiteful act because
Yes.
it's
Like,
not hard to do, and you know when you have an animal, that's your responsibility.
yep. And that city is providing a receptacle and free bags. And
Right?
you can't be
And
bothered
you can't be
to take
bothered.
20 seconds, not even 5 seconds, to bend down and pick that shit up.
It's the
Again,
same
quite
thing.
literally, and throw it in that bin.
Totally. It's the same thing we talk about all the time. It is people absolutely believing they are the center
Mhm,
of the picture,
mhm.
that everything they need and everything that is convenient for them is the
Yep,
only thing in the world that matters. If their actions affect somebody else, they don't fucking care. It's
correct.
like, I don't know what it is with LA. It's probably like this everywhere, but it absolutely burns me because it happens so much in LA.
Mhm.
Why do people in this town insist? Everybody knows you learn this when you learn to drive. Faster traffic to the left. Nope, not
Yes.
here. Here, the rule is I don't want to be surrounded by anyone, and I will go 40 miles an hour on the 405 if I want to.
Yep.
Oh, this is a two-lane road in a residential area? Too bad. I need to park right in front of the door of my friend's apartment and wait for 20 minutes for her to come out and put my hazard lights on because I get to break the rules of driving. Take yourself out of the center of the picture. Everything you
Yes.
do affects someone else.
Correct.
You don't get to be better than everyone. Your dog's shit does stink. Pick it up.
And again, it's something that takes such little effort and
Mhm.
such little time.
Yeah.
It's infuriating.
Mhm.
It's right there. You have the tools
Yeah.
right there.
Given to you for free. Oh, Jessica, I'm
I'd say
breathing
we need a
heavy.
cleansing breath, but I'm scared that we're gonna smell shit.
Ugh, not at my house. Not at my house. I'd pick it up. And also, if I see somebody start to walk away from dog poo-poo, I go, "Are you kidding? Do you need a bag? Do you need a bag?" And I push a bag towards them.
I do say, "Are you kidding?" That's exactly what I say. I don't have a bag to offer, but I don't have a pet, so.
Yeah, it's not your responsibility to have bags on you. I do have bags, and I will say that.
Right? Or when people say, "Oh, I don't have a bag," then why did you leave the house without one?
Exactly. I one time left, this is so gross, without bags, and my dog poo-pooed, and I took a leaf, and I picked up that poo-poo and carried that leaf
Carried it on
back
the
to my
leaf.
house.
I'm dead.
I wasn't gonna be that person, because if I'm gonna allow myself to get this furious at rude people, then I have to live by my word, and I did.
I'm dying.
I walk the walk and talk the talk. And you should too. Okay, let's get a I told you I've been fired up since 7:00 this morning, Jessica.
Hilarious.
I'm hoping after this cleansing breath and after this show, like, it is the medicine that people say it is, and that I
Yes.
feel better when I am done.
Yes.
All right, so we like to rant about the important things and the non-important things just to have a sense of normalcy. I would assume that both of our rants today were pretty not important considering the state of the world.
How dare you?
However, it's good to have these normal feelings and work them out, get them out. We do that together. If you can scream it out, please feel free. It'll probably feel good. I probably should, but I won't. If nothing else, please take this deep breath with us. It's going to help you feel better. There's science behind it. We don't have time for that shit. Here we go. Take a deep breath in. And I'm just going to do one more if that's okay. I still love my husband.
Oh my God.
I do. Ooh, but sometimes. Okay, moving on.
So this corner, I didn't know what to call it, and I went through the roster of all of our different corners, and I mean, I'm glad. I guess we don't really have too many that have been absolutely horrific, let alone dealing with death. But I didn't.
Are you yawning?
I am. I'm boring myself.
Sorry.
I'm like,
you literally said involving death. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
No, it's been a long week and it's Monday, okay? This corner is, oh my God, what? No, because I just couldn't think of anything else to title it.
Okay.
This is from the Washington Post. Andrea Salcedo is the author.
Thank you, Andrea.
Patients in 4 states had the same rare, dangerous illness. After months, the CDC found the cause: a lavender spray.
What?
Yeah. On November 2nd, Walmart, we're not even going to go there. I hate Walmart.
I know.
Walmart recalled about 3,900 bottles of the lavender and chamomile with gemstones spray and 5 other Better Homes and Gardens products. I'm shocked.
Yes.
In March 2021, a Kansas woman went to an emergency room after 5 days of coughing, weakness, and shortness of breath. She was admitted and diagnosed with pneumonia and a urinary tract infection.
Okay.
The 53-year-old woman, who had a history of heart, liver, and lung problems, died 9 days later. Her body had gone. Her body had gone into septic shock, a life-threatening condition typically caused by a bacteria infection that results in dangerously low blood pressure. Still, doctors couldn't pinpoint what bacteria had killed the woman. It would lead to a federal investigation that connected her death to medical mysteries in 3 other states. Whoa. After months of research, scientists discovered what killed 2 people and left 2 more critically ill: an aromatherapy spray sold at Walmart.
Oh my God.
It's so freaky. The cases led to the recall of thousands of products, and warnings went out telling consumers who had bought the sprays to immediately stop using them. Randy Hargrove, a Walmart spokesman, told the Washington Post in an email that the company has taken active steps to alert customers about the recalled products. Better Homes and Gardens, which is listed on the product label, referred questions to Walmart, adding, "We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused." Inconvenience?
It caused death. But
Julia
also,
Pet.
why it's their product? Why are they referring people to Walmart?
I know. I guess because they're who the consumer deals with directly. I don't know. Julia Petrus, an epidemic intelligence service officer with the CDC. You guys, I can't stop yawning. And it's not because I'm bored by this article. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That's why my voice keeps changing. I'm trying to hold in the yawn.
It's okay.
Detailed in an interview with the Post how scientists raced to find out what was sickening the patients. Petrus co-wrote a study published Thursday that revealed the woman's cause of death. We became involved immediately, and we went to the woman's house in April to do the soil and water samples. Those samples also did not uncover much. Then J.G., a research biologist who co-wrote the study in the New England Journal of Medicine, made a major discovery through genome sequencing. We found that this bacteria had a genetic fingerprint that had ties to South Asia. But after interviewing the woman's family, researchers learned she had not traveled outside of the United States, leaving scientists perplexed. In June, a 4-year-old girl in Texas went into septic shock after days of fevers and vomiting. Doctors diagnosed her with Meleoidosis, a rare bacterial disease mostly found in moist soil and water, but that can also be found in contaminated liquids. 3 months after the girl was discharged, she was unable to speak and remained in a wheelchair.
Oh, baby.
I know. Around the same time, a 53-year-old Minnesota man was admitted to the hospital after his family found him weak and in an altered mental state. Days later, a blood culture would reveal the presence of the same bacterium that afflicted the 4-year-old Texas girl and the woman in Kansas. And like the woman in Kansas, the Minnesota man and Texas girl had not left the country. Petrus joined the investigation when a 4th case was discovered in Georgia. A 5-year-old boy had died after meleoidosis spread to his brain, and an autopsy revealed the same bacterium found in 3 other patients.
Oh my God.
The boy also had not traveled outside of the U.S. I mean, this is a pretty long article, and I don't want to put anyone to sleep here, but it's really crazy and amazing to me that, here we go, the mystery came to an end when they tested an aromatherapy lavender and chamomile scented room spray from the Georgia boy's home. 2 weeks later, lab results confirmed the spray tested positive. The 3 other patients the study revealed were also exposed to the aromatherapy room spray that had been imported from India.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the fact that they were able to pinpoint that down to something that random, okay, because
And
that's a kind of
relatively
specific item,
innocuous. Yeah, but it's relatively innocuous. You would never be like, I wonder if it's my
right?
aromatherapy spray. That is so tragic
It's so weird and freaky.
because I spray things, I mean, not on a regular basis. I'm not a heavy sprayer,
Mhm.
but I spray things in the house sometimes.
Yeah.
Or like, you
I
know what I use is the Trader Joe's lavender hand
yes.
sanitizer
Uh-huh.
very liberally.
Yes. It smells really good, and it's
Yeah,
like alcohol
and it's
based, so it
so cheap. Yeah.
evaporates. Yeah,
Wow. That is tragic. Like,
it also
absolutely heartbreaking.
makes me question all the years that I wore home fragrance as a perfume. Yes, I did do that. And
You know what
before
I'm gonna say? That does not shock me. That doesn't coming from you, that does not shock me. I'm sure you smelled delightful.
well, people kept asking me when I would go to someone's home to work there or when they'd come in the store, they're like, "You smell great. What is it?" And I'm like, "It's Aqua by Antica Pharmacista. It's a home fragrance spray." And like after the
You
3rd time I
told?
said that, I did. They're like, "Oh, do you sell it?" I'm like, "We do." And then I called the company. I'm like, customers have been asking, and I thought it might behoove me to make sure with you that it's
Yeah.
okay to spray that on your skin.
And
I
they're like,
said,
"No."
no, they said you could. I said,
Oh,
I assume if it's safe enough to spray in the air and breathe it in, that I can do it on my they said, "Yes, we actually used to sell, the same formulation and different packaging as perfume, and we just sold more of the home spray, so we dropped our perfume." I'm like, "Okay, great." It also
wow.
led me to a real dig my heels in argument with someone at L'Occitane because I went to get my perfume one day and they said, "We don't have a clementine perfume." And I about came unglued. I'm like, "Cool. So I've been wearing this for years,
You
and
sound
you
like my
want to keep
dad.
telling me that you don't make it? I didn't know I needed to bring the empty bottle." And
Just like
finally, like the 10th employee I had dealt with heard me. He goes, "Excuse me, did you say you're wearing clementine?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, they're right. We've never had a perfume, but we do have a home spray."
oh my god, they hated you.
Oh, they sure did. I couldn't tuck my tail between my legs faster.
Did you say sorry?
I did.
Yeah, see, it's easy. And did
I
you
was
pick up your
mortified.
dog poop? No, because you don't have a dog, but if you did, you would have. Okay.
Oh my god.
No, this is really a sad corner.
I know. I don't mean to
Well,
laugh.
I don't use a ton of, like, sprays, A, because Dan Tipton can't smell anything anyway, especially
Mm,
since COVID, like, that's
mhm.
gone. Uh, but also, out in LA, people are weird about smells. But you know what I do love is to burn sweetgrass. Do you ever do that?
Yes, I like
I
that a
do love
lot.
that smell.
Mhm.
It still smells clean and fresh to me, even though it's a smoke. I don't know, it's nice. So
Totally.
there's my recommendation. Anyway, geez, Lou, that was a heavy corner.
Yes, I'm sorry for everything about
Be careful what you spraying. Woo. Well, I have I don't know that it's a more fun corner by any means. Jessica, would you like to announce what kind of corner this is?
I think it's Weirdo of the Week. You're weird. You're so very weird. Why must you bring your weirdness here?
I would like to reiterate why, sir, must you bring your weirdness here? This is from Yahoo News. This is by Carly Mass. Um, it's a 3-minute read, in case you were wondering. I've never noticed that
I've
before.
never seen those.
Yeah, right after this is Carly
Interesting.
Bass, Wednesday, March 9th, 2022.
Huh,
3-minute read.
I like that.
I
That's the
do.
kind of time I have for my
Yes.
attention span.
Thank you. Especially because you get so tired, you'll just start yawning. You could pass out at any moment.
Mine was probably like a 5-minute read.
Okay, here we go. Teacher investigated over inappropriate act for World Book Day. Now, I'm just going to get into it because I am angry and baffled and annoyed. An English teacher is being investigated after donning a skin tight morph suit at a
Yeah.
school event, reportedly leaving students and parents shocked and traumatized. Martin Tunstall, a teacher at Broxburn Academy in Edinburgh, chose the inappropriate outfit for World Book Day and allegedly here's why I got mad. And
Mhm.
allegedly told students he was dressed as Spider-Man as he chased them around the classroom. Now, y'all,
Nope.
we got pictures. He was not dressed like Spider-Man. I
Not
just want to
even
make that clear.
kinda.
I just want to make that clear. Both pupils and parents were said to be stunned by the revealing outfit, which left little to the imagination, it is reported. Now,
Ew.
we will post these pictures. Not only is it just a skin tight spandex red thing,
Uh-huh.
um, I don't believe, well, I've zoomed in on this a lot, not for pleasure. I think he does have like boxer briefs on, but that does not help elude the definition of the shape of his balls and shaft.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're just gonna get it out there.
Okay.
I can see this man's anatomy. I'm not gonna say whether I'm impressed or not impressed because it's inappropriate
He should have
attire.
worn a cod piece.
Thank you. And then on top of it, it's not Spider-Man. It does have a full face hood. Okay, but there's no eyes. He is just a walking cock and balls. Okay, a red walking cock and balls.
I can't.
For World Book Day.
No.
I don't understand. Pictures of the English teacher walking around his classroom show him dressed head to toe in the figure hugging, that's polite, getup, while another showed the top of the suit unzipped, revealing his face. Also,
Ew.
older man, long dirty hair. I don't
Ew.
know if you're having a midlife crisis or last quarter of your life crisis, but no old man needs to have long hair like that. We ain't impressed. Oh, you can grow gray hair, so can I. Okay, no, just cut it. You're a teacher. I mean, whatever. That's just a personal opinion, so you
I
can hate me for
agree.
that. The incident occurred last Thursday at the Scottish school with a concerned relative of the student sharing pictures of the teacher on Twitter on Friday. That's what made me laugh. All these kids were so like, what the heck? That they were posting pictures of their teacher on Twitter and their family saw.
No.
The tweet claimed the teacher had been sacked. Okay, well, following the incident, but according to The Sun, Mr. Tunstall was just hit with a 2-day suspension because of his poor outfit choice.
Oh my
It's
God.
believed the English teacher claimed the questionable red suit was a surprise for the kids. I mean, it was definitely a surprise on World Book Day, which he wore for a short period of time during a lunchtime event. Also, it's like World Book Day and you chose Spider-Man, so you're like, hey, read kids, but you can read comic books. Is that what
I
the
guess.
message? It's believed the English teacher claimed the questionable red suit was a surprise for the kids. Okay, I said that. But reports say
my
the
God.
youngsters, some as young as 11 and 12, were troubled by the horrendous look. I'm troubled by it, and I'm a grown woman.
Yes.
Many of them took photos to show their parents, who later complained. Parents outraged by the teacher's actions. Also, can you imagine that man chasing you with
I was just
no
gonna say the
face?
chasing is it really is the straw that broke the camel's back.
The kids were scared and felt beyond uncomfortable. Absolutely everything was on show, one person reportedly raged.
God.
Anyone else think this is an inappropriate costume for World Book Day worn by a teacher at Broxburn Academy? Another questioned on Twitter. I've seen pictures and I know the teacher a lot more intimately than I ever wanted to. Why did anyone think this was appropriate? Another said. While some parents fumed, several people online failed to see the issue and considered it a bit of harmless fun. Well, imagine going for a new job after that. What were you sacked for in your last job? One person joked. The school's deputy head, Christy Richmond, declined to comment on the matter, according to Deadline. While a spokesman for
Oh
the
my
council
God.
there, it's currently being addressed internally. I think it was a poor
Unacceptable.
decision. I'm sure he's harmless, but I'm sorry. You know, he does look like a creep. You have to take that into consideration when you're like, I know that I am crazy. So I can't dress avant-garde or I'm gonna end up in prison. Okay. Like I'm aware of that. He needed to be aware. Like if I behave crazy, I better not dress crazy or I will be in
Okay.
prison. Okay. And so you're working with 11-year-olds who what's funny to them is to say bad words and stuff, but when they can see the
Yes.
total VPL, visible penis line, and then
Undead
you add
VPL.
your little donut holes to that equation,
No,
and
ma'am.
it's all framed for the children to see, and then you're chasing them with no
No.
eyes or mouth or nose.
I did not
That's
like
a
it.
nightmare. It's a nightmare.
You're not
And
Mikhail
then,
Baryshnikov.
thank you. Hot.
Very.
Ooh, male ballet dancers. Ooh, they strong.
Mhm.
I've known some masculine ballet dancers that I was really a
Mhm.
fan of.
Mhm.
Wow, we just got off track and lost ourselves in our little mms.
Just daydreaming about White Nights with Gregory Hines and Mikhail
God, I watched
Baryshnikov.
that at a slumber party. How
What?
nostalgic. It
Oh
was a
my
I didn't
God.
go to many slumber parties when I was a kid. My parents didn't like to let me out of their sight.
Okay,
Uh,
girls, it's time for bed. Say you, say
say
me,
me,
say it for
say it for
always.
always. That's the
That's
way it
the
should
way it should
be.
be. Good night, Dana.
Night night. Put her bra in the freezer. We can't. It's too big.
Put your finger in water. She'll pee.
Just wait till she's 46. She'll do that anyway. Just wait till she pushes a baby out of her. She won't be able to hold her pee for the
I
rest of her life.
cannot.
Too much information. Let's move on to our raves.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is something that I saw on our local news yesterday, and I was pleasantly shocked that this is, um, again, since I've never heard of it, pretty widespread. And like some other things we've raved about before, there are little chapters all across the country and groups who do this. There's also places you can mail these in specifically. This organization is called Knitted Knockers. KNITTED KNOCKERS.org. Knittedknockers.org. Our mission: connect volunteer knitters and crocheters with breast cancer survivors to offer free knitted knockers to any woman who wants them. There is a huge demand for knitted knockers that can't be met by any one group, but together we can do it. If someone in each area will set a goal of meeting the need in just their county, it can happen. Knitted knockers are special handmade breast prosthesis for women who have undergone mastectomies or other procedures to the breast. Traditional breast prosthetics are usually expensive, heavy, sweaty, and uncomfortable.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, this is, again, when you think about it, you're like, oh yeah, they're like silicone or rubber, and that,
Yeah.
as we all know, doesn't
I've
breathe.
I've worn one of those like pregnancy bellies that's made out
Uh-huh.
of silicone, and
You probably felt
my
like you were in a
stomach was
furnace.
just sopping wet, like somebody just
Yes,
licked my whole stomach.
seriously. They typically require special bras or camisoles with pockets and can't be worn for weeks after surgery.
Mhm.
Knitted knockers, on the other hand, are soft, comfortable, and beautiful, and when placed in a regular bra, they take the shape and feel of a real breast. Our special volunteer knitters provide these free to those who are requesting them.
Wow.
So, this again is an act of love. People knit these and provide them free of charge. It's fantastic. They have 1,789 registered medical providers, 4,496 knitted knocker groups. What?
Yeah,
How amazing is that?
that's incredible.
And it says estimated in February of 2022 that 384,448 knitted knockers have been provided.
That is
It's
amazing.
huge. It's huge. So their website is great. They have all kinds of ways to volunteer, their testimonials, FAQs. Also, like most organizations like this, if, yeah, I mean, I can't knit, but if you wanted to donate, you can make a donation. They also have a whole section of it in Spanish. Our experience bringing knitted knockers to the women of Rwanda. This simple
Wow.
breast prosthetic solution continues to spread around the world. So that's incredible. They have videos you can watch. They have medical clinics to be able to click here to become a provider of free knitted knockers to your patients. It's really incredible. Please go to their site and take a peek. And it's just,
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now and it's so fascinating. Like there's a
Mhm.
they tell you exactly how you can help. There's a how to. how to make a knocker, provide a knocker, link your store, provide it to your patients, adopt a medical clinic, order print materials like brochures on how to care for them.
Yep.
Like, super cool.
It's a really wonderful, wonderful thing. And
It's super
again,
important too, because I think people forget as women, it's not even our fault. Like, society identifies females with their breasts.
yes.
Men are obsessed with them. Sometimes women are obsessed with them. It's a big deal. And when you lose that to a disease like cancer, breast cancer, it's a part of your body, but it's a part of your femininity as well. At least a lot of people feel that way.
Totally.
And it's damaging. I have people in my life that this has happened to, and it's so hard to like lose that part of your identity that society places a lot of value on.
Yes.
Like, I am convinced that when I'm out in the world, to a large portion of the world, I am just walking boobs because they're big. And that's all people can register as like, the boobs.
Yeah, I can't not get something stained because of my boobs. And I'm not joking.
Same. And I can't not get comments. It doesn't matter if I'm wearing something low cut, if I'm wearing something, a turtleneck, it doesn't matter. The identity is boobs.
Yes. I also love that it's A, free, B, breathable, and something soft and not like a weird thing that's going to irritate their skin.
I looked at it, there's even a little nipple.
Yeah.
Which I know sounds crazy, but like, that's real.
Of course. Also, it's a non-surgical option.
Absolutely.
Some people cannot or choose to not, for a number of reasons, have reconstructive surgery and to have an implant put in.
When you put an implant in, you've got about a 10-year lifespan on that.
Yes. And you have to
that's
get it
something you
again.
have to take into consideration too. Will I be able to? Do I want to go through that again? There's just a whole lot of things that even I wouldn't know about because I haven't been through that, but I can't imagine. This is really beautiful.
I know.
I love it.
knittedknockers.org.
Sweet. Okay, I'm just looking because I'm supposed to be somewhere in 15 minutes and I'm clearly not going to make it. Classic Dana. My rave this week is, it's not like a specific anything. I'm just going to, we're recording a little bit ahead because Jessica's going. I don't think that that's going to be an issue. Unfortunately, I think this is something that's not going away anytime soon. So my rave this week is, we just want to list some ways in which you can help in Ukraine. So I had sent Jessica a post from my friend Artemis. She's a very talented, wonderful actress. She posted it with regram from a friend of hers. So here's some ways to help. And I'm just going to throw these out here and we're going to get out for the week. But let me just read some things. Children's Voices. So that's voices.org.ua. They provide psychological and psychosocial support to children affected by the war. Love it. Razom. It is Razom, Razom, for Ukraine, FORUKRAINE.org. That supports the people of Ukraine in their pursuit of a democratic society. So you can look them up. Razomforukraine.org again. Next is Caritas Ukraine. That's Caritas.ua, provides humanitarian assistance to various social groups and those impacted by the conflict. Next is KievIndependent.com, a media outlet created by journalists for defending editorial independence. Unfortunately, we just lost a journalist yesterday, I believe. Brent Renaud, was that his name?
I
believe
sorry, I don't know.
I believe it was. Sending much love to his family for such an unnecessary death. There's been a lot of unnecessary death. Next, Ukrainian Crisis Media Center. That's uacrisis.org/en, an international strategic communications hub with active outreach to audiences both in Ukraine and abroad. Ukrainian Congress Committee of America. Their website is mightycause.com/story /MLWZPF. I know that's a lot of information. We'll put it in our show notes. They provide humanitarian aid and medical supplies. United Help Ukraine.org provides medical supplies, food, and humanitarian aid. People in Need.net, what we do, helps provide humanitarian aid. Listen, they need all the help they can get right now, and we need to help them because this is getting bigger and bigger. They're nearing Poland borders now. Like, this is becoming, we're barreling towards a world war.
Yes.
And I know that there is a large chunk of Americans, none of which would listen to this show, but you may have family who are saying Putin is strong, stronger than our president. Here's the brass tacks of it, guys. Putin is taking land that does not belong to him and killing indiscriminately for it.
Yes.
His own
Killing
people.
children.
Correct. Men, women, and children. On the other side, they just want their freedom. They're crying, saying, we share your language. We share your culture. What are you doing? We just want peace. Lining up at the borders, men from teenagers to in their 60s to fight for this country's freedom. Yep. There are American veterans heading that way.
Yes.
What Putin is doing is wrong. It's just black and white wrong. Okay. So I'd also, again, we'll put all this in our show notes. It's a lot to comprehend. I get that. I also just want to shout out an account that I follow on Instagram, who she posted just yesterday, I believe, what can be done about Ukraine. And there's several slides. She is people in Congress and stuff. She has connections. They are looking at this page. So her handle is @SharonSaysSo. She's a great account to follow anyway. But if you want to talk about anything, your feelings on Ukraine as an American or anywhere around the world, people are looking at this page and it's open for comments. So I'll just put that out there. Again, it's @SharonSaysSo. What is happening is just tragic and wrong and evil. Yep. And he's not strong because he can kill children and take land that doesn't belong to him. That's not strength.
He's a warmonger, and correct. He has broken international law pretty much from the start of this.
Absolutely.
And spreading lies and keeping his citizens of Russia from knowing the truth, now that he is also controlling any type of news that.
And, you may be saying, why are Dana and Jessica talking about this? Because it's heavy on my heart personally that I feel so helpless. So if there's any way I can help, I have to do that.
I totally agree.
Also, it is going to affect the whole world the further this goes. It already is.
Absolutely.
And also, we happen to have some listeners in Russia, and I don't know if they have access to... I know that they've shut down Twitter and Facebook and things like that, but just in the hopes that they can hear this, Jessica and I just want to know you to know that we love you. We support you. We stand with Ukraine. We support the Russians who do not want this.
Correct.
And we're going to do what we can from our end, which is not much, but whatever it is, I'm willing to do it.
Absolutely.
So this was kind of a heavy show, and we were fired up from the get-go.
Ooh, we sure were.
Woo-wee, woo-wee, woo-woo-woo. Jessica.
Dana.
I think that's our show.
I definitely think it is.
Do you want to tell people one more time how to get a hold of us?
Yes. Please find us at the Rants and Raves Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, on Twitter at raves_the. You can send us a direct email at the Rants and Raves Podcast @gmail.com, or go to the contact button on our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com.
Yeah. Jessica, is this the last time I'm going to talk to you before you have a...
No, I'll talk to you.
Oh, okay. But we're not recording again before you leave.
We will not record until I return to the mainland.
Oh, my. The mainland? Are you going to do anything with crocodiles? Like, what is happening?
No, but my dream... Well, that's not true. Alan and I will be taking an airboat ride. My uncle is a park ranger in Florida, and he also is the president of the South Florida Audubon Society.
Yes, you've talked about him before. I wish I could meet.
You would love it. And he
Uh,
is very he's dedicated his life to environmental causes. He's a realist, so he doesn't have the most positive things to say about what's going on in the world. He's like, I've
I'm
been
sure.
talking about this since 1973.
Yeah,
You know
he's like,
what?
"Oh,
I
you
get
guys
it.
all just noticing now?" Yeah, I understand that too.
Oh, we're gonna go on an airboat ride, and of course, my dream, which has always been my dream, I'm hoping to take a kayak out in the ocean. They have like a huge area of mangroves, so my life's wish is to see a manatee in the wild. I don't
Aw.
know that that will happen, but I'm just putting that out there, universe.
You know how I always send you a million and one, like, Instagram
Yeah, I
videos
love
and
it.
stuff? Okay, well, one that I think I chose not to send you, it probably was a wise idea, but I'm gonna tell you anyway so you can just plant this fear in your mind. Did you see that video of the man who got swallowed by a whale in a kayak this week? It spit him right back out. It
What?
didn't mean to swallow him.
Oh my god.
I'll send it
No,
to
but
you.
that happened to someone last year.
Yes, now that guy actually got swallowed. This guy kind of, like, tumbled out of its mouth. It was an accident.
Please send it to me. I'm not scared of whales. I'm here for all of this.
Oh, okay, you wanna be swished around like mouthwash in a whale's
Yes,
mouth?
I
Okay,
would love it.
to each his own.
No.
Alright, is there anything you need to get out that you're watching?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not true.
Oh,
I have a new suggestion for everyone.
what?
Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. It's so good with John C. Riley. Oh my God. You don't have to be a sports fan.
Really?
It's please, it's really good. It's very heavy on the Magic Johnson, a very young Magic at 19 getting
Oh my
drafted to the
god.
Lakers.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't realize that he and his wife had been together since they were so young. Like he's still with Cookie. They were dating when they were
Aw.
teenagers.
Aw.
It's a really fun show. John
But
C.
he, like, cheated
Riley.
on her all the time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't I mean, you can put a rosy spin on it, but
I'm not putting a rosy spin on it. I've only seen 2 episodes. That's all that's been
okay, okay,
released.
okay, okay.
But yeah, I didn't know. I'm like, sweet little magic. I didn't know he was such a player. Um,
I think all sports
anyways,
people are.
it's so good. And John C. Riley, need I say more?
No.
He's
Love him.
hilarious.
Love him.
And he
Someone I've never met that I wish I could.
100 well, I'll leave you at this, Dana.
Mm,
I am not proud of this,
mm,
but many, many moons ago, maybe 15 years worth,
mhm.
I went to see the Beastie Boys at Universal Amphitheater, which now does not exist.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous. The Beastie Boys record is on my record player right now.
Yeah, I've seen them 3 times. I wish they're never gonna perform together. I get it. I had tickets for the last show before
He passed
MCA
away.
died. They were supposed to play the Hollywood Bowl, and that's when he
Oh,
got
that would
really
have
sick.
been amazing. Oh,
I was at Beastie Boys with friends from my first improv team ever, the Night Terrors,
okay.
and Scarlett was in Night Terrors as well,
Mm,
and she used to work at Universal Music and had stickers and supplies galore and all these crazy access to printers. So she made these weird ass horrific like gargoyle, like actually scary images and said night terrors. Okay. It didn't have
okay.
information. It didn't say we were at IO West. It didn't have a time of a show. We didn't have a website, just night terrors.
Okay.
And Mr. John C. Riley was directly in front of us at the show.
You must have had good seats.
They were okay. Well, our friend, I also went with Jeff Creasy and Nick Armstrong. We were all
Uh-huh.
night terrors together. Jeff got tickets from Sirius Radio, who he used to work with, and literally, like somebody like couldn't go. They were like for a client promotion, and he's like, "Can you meet me at Universal Amphitheater in 2 hours for the Beastie
Yes.
Boys?" We were all like,
Absolutely. 100%.
"Yes."
Yes.
So yeah, the seats were pretty damn good. Well, what did we do? We kept falling onto John C. Riley, putting our Night Terror stickers on his back. I guess thinking that was smart and that he would get home and go, "What the hell is this? Oh, I'm going to go see this show." Dana, he turned around so many times because we kept going, oh, sorry.
What
We did it.
is wrong with you
We
guys?
did it the whole concert.
You knew it was him.
He was there with a date. Oh, of course we knew it was him. That's why we were doing it.
I am flabbergasted. I can't believe that over an hour into this show and over 20 years knowing you, you have never told me that ridiculously insane story. And if I get to meet him, I'm going to repeat that story like another crazy person.
That should have been our Hollywood corner. For
No joke. What is wrong with you? If I went out somewhere and somebody was like, that's that girl from Modern Family, and kept putting stickers on my back, rage, beyond rage.
And pretending that we were falling onto you, that we couldn't keep our balance.
I can't believe he didn't call security on you.
I know. He was so nice about it. He just kept going.
Ruined Beastie Boys for him. Shame on you all. Shame on you, Jessica. Shame on you, Scarlett. Shame on you, Nick. Shame on you, Jeff Greasy. All right. Well, I'm going to keep I like to give us a point to ponder. I will say I am watching Our Flag Means Death, which is a British show with Rhys Darby. And I call myself Taika Waititi. I'm sorry, but Taika Waititi as Blackbeard is freaking hot.
Yeah, he's very attractive.
Oh my God. And so talented.
Yes.
Num, 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 num. Anyway, Our Flag Means Death it's really funny. It's a fun escape comedy. This super aristocratic dude just decides to leave his family, pack up, and become the gentleman pirate. It's ridiculously stupid.
It really is.
I'm a huge Rhys Darby fan anyway. I'm so glad to see him be a lead. Anyway, whatever. So there's that. And then real quick, I'll leave you with a point to ponder. This is from one of my favorite Instagram accounts. My Therapist Says. At My Therapist Says. Leave you with this, you guys. I hate meeting people who immediately start throwing riddles at me like, what do you do for fun? And how are you? Don't ask me questions. I can't be a normal person right now, okay? Don't ask me questions or you're going to get crazier than what is right in front of your face. I can't help it. And an hour and almost a half later, I'm still mad at Dan Tipton. Woo! Jessica, I love you.
I love you too.
I do feel better.
Good.
That's a win, right?
Yes.
Well, I'll take what I can get. Okay. Have a wonderful trip. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll send you that whale video. Okay, bye.